there, my sweet friends. Welcome back, or welcome if you're new. I hope you're all well. Today I have the fastest little folio to share with you. I bet you could make this in 5 minutes, and it doesn't take too much paper. So let me just show you the inside. This is a flip folio, so we're going to have some generous full-size pages here that fold out, giving you lots of room for your pictures and journaling. And then this fun connector in the middle has some additional journal cut apart images from the collection, as well as place to add your pictures. And then it flips on this side as well, so you're going to get tons of room inside here for your memories. So if that sounds good to you, then stick around and we'll make it together. So I'm working with the Farmhouse Summer Collection from Cartabella, and not only do I love the quality of this paper, but this theme is absolutely perfect for the entire season. It's not just patriotic for the summer holidays. This will be perfect for the whole summer season. And of course, that plaid really draws me in, and all those sweet country inspired images are absolutely perfect. So let's get started on our base. So this is really simple to put together, and it makes it so fast. There are only 2 measurements for this. You'll have one for the front and the back, and then one that will be a connector. And so for the front and the back, I have chosen a pattern that is beautiful on both sides, and then I cut this to be 6 inches high and it's 12 inches wide, and I have scored that at 4 and also 8. So once I have folded that, I use my score tool to go ahead and burnish that in so that I get a good crisp crease. And of course I have one for the back as well. Now you can mix and match these patterns, but I was trying to be a little bit frugal and use up this collection, and so I think it works great if it matches. Now of course you can have this for any holiday or any season, and I think it would be especially cute for Christmas, especially if you have recipes that you'd like to share with others, or as a hostess gift, something like that. It would be a very nice, quick and easy gift to create. So let's go ahead and join these 2 pieces. So our connector piece is also going to be 12 inches wide, but this time it is only 4.5 inches high. I've scored it at 3, at 6, and 9. So I'm going to get this sort of accordion fold in the middle. Now I have added my double-sided tape, and of course we need some Tombow so that this is well secured. So I'm just going to put a line of that right on the inside of the tape. And then I want to be aware of where my folds are going. I want this piece to connect to the back of this piece. So I'll just flip that over, and then it will be easier for me to see the edge of this. I'm going to press this right up to the edge, and I'm just making sure to keep that straight and even. Because we have that double-sided tape, we can continue to work along as the glue sets up. So now would be the time to take the backing off of the double-sided tape on this side. You don't want to get all of that off at the same time, because it can get a little bit unruly with sticky parts on both sides. So just work in phases as you go along. And then of course, remember, we're using 2 glues. And so for this side, I want it to open outward toward this. So I'm going to line up the edge of my connector to the edge here. Same process as I did. Oh, did you hear Lily's bell? She has a new collar with the tracker on it. So now she makes noise. Everybody say hello to Lily down in the comments. Give her a little love. So now I have these 2 portions connected. Make sure to press them so that you get a good contact. And then we'll open this up and see how it looks on the inside. So you would start by opening the front page, and then we're going to get a trifold here. And I did think it would be fun to utilize some of these fun cut aparts. So these were the 4x6 images, and they did happen to have a page that matched. So I thought that would be a perfect way to get a little bit of consistency in the book. And so I'll just line that up along the edge there. This would be a nice place to put a title. You could even add some journaling because the background is light. And so you would see this on the first flip, and then you would have 3 inside pages to add your pictures and all of those fun flat ephemera pieces. So now look what you can do is flip that open and make a layout here, a 4-page layout. So I'm going to add a couple of the smaller cut aparts. And so I did decide to trim these down just a little. So they're going to be the full 4-inch height, but I trimmed a bit off of each side until they were 2 3/4. That way I would have a generous amount of that pattern paper showing along the outside. Now you could be tempted to create a pocket with this, but you would have a pretty small tag on the top end. So I think that just adding them as an extra layer of detail is perfect. So let's put one on this side as well. And same process there. I'm just using my double-sided adhesive and centering that. And so I will have an image for each side of this connector. So let's open that up. Now remember that these are trifold, so we're going to have another opportunity to add that cute cut apart image. Just lining that right up. Now you can see how well this is bulking up, and even for a simple, quick to make folio, it does have a nice amount of structure to it. So that is really fun to create. Now I did add a piece of double-sided tape here, and I'm just going to use that to attach a bit of taffeta ribbon. You really want to only attach this on the front because remember you have that accordion section in the middle, so you have to leave that loose on the back so that it will operate correctly. And I'm just going to tack that on temporarily while we have additional layers to add. And so I'm going to do a couple of details here, and then you could stop easily with that, and that would be a quick 5-minute craft. But I'm going to show you some other added layers that you could include to give it a little bit of extra interest. So of course we want a pretty die cut white doily to break up some of those paper layers. And here's my layering pattern. Now I will mention, even though we didn't use a colorful cardstock as a border, I did want to add that to this portion because the background is white and my doily is white, and I wanted it to be a definite layering pattern, and so I wanted that to accent that piece. So of course you can decide not to add that extra layer, but I think it really helps to kind of create depth even if we're not using spacers on that section. Now the reason that we didn't add a spacer is because I have one of the stickers from the collection, and I did pop that up on these foam spacers, and I didn't want any of that to overhang a dimensional part. So I've got the base flat, and then my sticker is going to be the dimensional section. So here is that sweet little truck. And the second sticker is just going to be a nice little sentiment, and I'll overlap that just a bit. Now another trick with stickers, if you're going to be adding it over separate layers, is to add it to a thick cardstock so that you don't see a lump when you travel over different heights, and so that will give it a nicer finished look. So you could easily stop here and that would be perfectly fine. So I do have these created with the same cardstock that I used for my border. I have a smaller arrangement here with just one flower each, and then this one has a larger flower. Of course I have netting and a loopy twine bow and some die cut foliage, and you see how I'm going to add the flower going in this direction on the top, and then with the flower going in this direction on the bottom, and that just creates kind of a nicer arrangement, giving it some balance. And last but not least, I do want to add a couple of sequins here just to give it a little sparkle. And I'll add those with my Tombow. And that's going to be it for our fastest 5-minute folio. I really hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And don't forget to check in the description for links for our socials. As always, I'm wishing you a happy and productive day, and I thank you so much for watching. Bye!